Hey everybody. I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Some of y'all give y'all a chance to come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I hope y'all are ready because I'm ready. I'm so ready, ready, ready. Uh, uh, uh. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Is everybody okay today? Because I most definitely want to welcome you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today. I'm trying to make sure I can see everybody. Okay, there we go. Hello, Red. Hello, Misty. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome. There we go. I was like, I need to see some people. I need to see some people up in the chat. Make sure y'all are all right. I hope everybody's having a great day. How was y'all day today? How was everybody's day? I hope y'all had a great day. Give me a thumbs up if you had a good day today. If you didn't, then we're gonna see if we can't change that. Hello, Sandy. How you doing, love? Tamiko, hey, Queen. How are you? I see you came right on over for my Instagram, okay? I survived the very heavy rain, and now I don't have to wash my truck. Ah! Okay, Red, I'm not mad at you. I still need to wash mine, but you know what? I'm tired of. I don't want to go washing it because I'm getting tired of. It's raining. We're getting a lot of rain. Okay, we're getting a whole lot of rain here in Texas, and I'm just a little annoyed by that. So yeah, I'm a little annoyed by that rain. I'm most definitely annoyed by the rain. But that's good. You don't have to wash it now. So are y'all ready? I just wanted to get a little talk to y'all a little bit before I got started here. Cause y'all listen, y'all have no idea how excited I am about this. Like I'm so excited about this 7 day challenge because I just feel like the 7 day challenge is most definitely in need. A lot of people need this challenge, and I'm hoping that there's something that you get out of it today. Hello from Nebraska. There we go. I like that. Tell me where you from. Is you ready, Red? Okay. Is you ready? Is you ready? That's what I'm talking about. I love that y'all are ready. I love that y'all are excited. And please, this is a 7 day challenge. So remember this. Always invite you some friends, okay? Invite you some friends. Have you some people come over in the group because I'm most definitely growing this group. I mean, I got quite a few people in here, but I'm trying my best to be a little more active, in the group. Because your girl is just all over the place. But hey, let's go ahead and get started. Are y'all ready? Let's go. So, here we go. So, I want to welcome you queens back. Like, welcome back and thank you for the people who are here. Thank you so much. I want to welcome you back. And this is day 2 of the Reclaim Your Crown. Bam. You gotta reclaim your crown, okay? Reclaim your crown. Monday, we talked about unpacking the weight many of us have been silently carrying. And y'all know how it is about carrying a weight, carrying someone else's weight, and then carrying other weight that you hadn't even really been talked about. You know what I'm saying? So today, we're going to step into our truth. You hear me? We're going to step into our truth. You are not what happened to you. Listen to me. Listen, Linda. Listen to what I'm saying. You are not what happened to you. Okay? And I think a lot of us, we stay stuck in that space because something happened to us. You know what I'm saying? And we just like, oh well, it happened to me. Well, it did happen to you, queen or king, but you're not what happened to you. And you have to remember that. You're not what happened to you, love. You're not. Okay? And so many of us live with labels placed on us by pain, trauma, and people. I'm going to say that again. Listen to what I'm saying now. Many of us live with labels placed on us, pain, trauma, or people. Let's break that down slightly. Someone is always like putting a label on us. I don't care what it is, it's just some type of label. Somebody's putting a label on us. Labeling us as okay, I'm just going, being loose, being needy, wanting too much, and we have to stop allowing those labels to define us. Stop allowing, because it's not who you are. It's not who you are. And so you don't, just because somebody's labeling you, that's their opinion of you. Okay? I could care less sometimes about how people think of me. And I used to be one of those people who, was real sensitive, about how folks thought about me. And I used to kind of be a people pleaser. And I wanted people to really, understand me and see me. And that got old real quick. I just decided that I wanted something different. You know what I'm saying? I wanted something different. And sometimes you have got to decide that you want something different. If somebody's labeling you, don't allow what they're saying about you to affect you. We a lot of us have a hard time with that, because just because they think you are something, that does not mean that is who you are. That is just who they're deciding that they think you are. So we have to stop allowing people to do that to us. Most definitely we kind of got to stop that, because that's what's causing the pain. So see, we're moving from that to pain. Okay? No, that's what causes the pain, because somebody's labeling you, and then your feelings are hurt. So now you're hurt, and your pain. Then comes the drama, and then here come other people. It's just like a whole cluster, and we have to learn how to allow that to not hurt us. Because sometimes some of the things that are happening to us, we're allowing it. We're allowing it to hurt us. You know what I'm saying? So today we're going to speak the truth. Okay, we're going to speak the truth. Experiences shape your journey. Listen to me. Experiences shape your journey, but they do not define your identity. Did y'all not hear that? Listen to it again. Let me slow it down for you. Experience shapes your journey, but they do not define your identity. That's a powerful statement. That's because we're gonna deal with a lot of experiences and a lot of different situations in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to understand that it's just a journey. I tell people all the time, you grow through something, you don't go through nothing. You grow through it. And that's what you have to understand. We're not going through anything. We're growing through it. Because if you're growing through it, that means that there's someone else out there, you know what I'm saying, that might be dealing with that same issue that you're dealing with. And they're gonna want to know, like, Queen, how did you grow through that? Most people say, how did you get through that? But I'm gonna use my verbiage. How did you grow through that? And then you can sit down and you can talk to them, and you can help them. And really, that's what that's all about. It's always about helping some others, because sometimes, queens and kings, we got to understand that for you to heal, sometimes helping another person will help you heal. And I used to fight that. I didn't like it. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't wanna. But yeah, sometimes you get put in situations where you kind of have to. And that's what happened to me a lot of the times. So remember that experiences shape your journey, but they do not define your identity. Because we all have our own identity. Okay? We have our own identity. Everyone who is born on this earth is different. We all have our own personalities. We all, we're just not the same people. We're not. And so you have to embrace who you are. Like at the end of the day, embrace who you are. Stop being ashamed of who you are. And I think, that's a lot of our problems. Like I used to, story, story time. I used to have an issue with me just being a thick girl. Like, and thick girls used to be frowned upon. It's like you had to be skinny, tight little waist. Everything was skinny. Now everything is kind of voluptuous. The tables have kind of turned. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it used to be. Okay? It's not. If you look at society, it's like, big booties, big, everything is big and thick now. But, as I was growing up, that type of stuff was frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? And I had a hard time embracing my thickness. Like, I'm a thick girl, and that's okay. I'm thick. Somebody loved it. Somebody married it. Okay? And helped me to love me more because they loved me the way that I was. And they taught my husband, and I'm going to say my husband, because he did. He taught me how to love me a little more. And like, hey, I don't care about the stuff that you care about. I love you. I didn't marry you because of your body. And sometimes as queens, y'all, we got to get out of our heads. We be in our own head. We hurt ourselves sometimes. We really do, because what we think someone else is thinking about, they're far beyond what we think they're thinking about, especially when you're dealing with men. Some men, some of them don't care. They don't care about what we think they care about. So we most definitely have to understand that, and embrace who we are as a person and be okay with who you are and how you want to be. Because everybody's not gonna like you. Like, and that's something I had to learn. Everybody's not gonna like you. I don't care what you do, how you do it, or how you try to manipulate it or fix it. Everybody is not gonna like you. There's gonna be someone who does not like you. And you probably didn't do anything to them. It might be just the way you live in, or your personality, or how you do things, or how you run your business. They can be jealous of your relationship. It can be a lot of things. But you just have to understand, you trying to make someone like you is just, forget that. Forget all of that. Because I have learned, and it took me a long time. And I remember my mother, God rest her soul, she used to tell me all the time. She'd be like, Monica. And my mom called me Monica, by the way. So if y'all heard me say Monica, that's what she did. She said, Monica, you ever wonder why Mama's circle was so small? Because Mother never had a lot of friends. She had associates. She had people who she associated with. But she really only had maybe one or two good Judies. We're going to call them what my mom used to call them back in the day, Judies. We're going to call them good Judies. And when I was young, I really never understood why she had just a couple of friends. But when I got older, I understood. Because everybody's not your friend. And we have to understand it. Some people are put in a friend zone. Some people are put like in a family zone. And then some people are just like straight up folks you associate with. You just associate with them. You don't tell them everything. You don't. Excuse me. Give me a little water because I might be a little parched. Mm. Sometimes you gotta get your little water. Let me clear my throat so I can be able to talk to you, queens, and keep giving you this good information, okay, that I have put together for you in the 7-day challenge. So don't forget, queens, experiences shape your journey, but they do not define your identity. I want y'all to write that down somewhere. Maybe put some tools in the chat if you're feeling me on that. Put some tools in the chat if you're feeling me on that. And write that down. Make it an affirmation. Put it up somewhere, so that you can see it and you can read it every day. Let me give you like a personal example of something that tried to name me, but God, God renamed me. Okay? So, when was this? I think it was like a couple of years ago, guys. Um, Queens, and so I was exercising. Excuse me. I was exercising and I was out walking. I'll get up every morning and go walk in my neighborhood. And I was talking to one of my 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 good friends, because she's actually a good friend. She's not an associate. I was talking to her and we were just chopping it up and laughing. And then all of a sudden I kind of felt like congested, like a cold or something. And it really wasn't I didn't know what it was. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I didn't know what it was. I um I just kept feeling like it was congestion and like a cold or something. So what happened was, is I was coming up the street and I was getting closer up the street. It just got worse, and my friend was like, "Mo, what is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Girl, I don't know." And I got to a point where I just really couldn't speak. And so luckily I was on FaceTime with her, so she kind of got off with me real fast. Called my husband so that he could greet me, and then she called me right back. As soon as I got in the right on my steps, guys, I started vomiting blood, like vomiting blood, like it was just coming out, and it was a little clotted, and then some of it was just coming out like a water faucet. So I get in the house, my husband sees me, he starts to panic, and he was asking me like, "What is wrong?" And I really couldn't talk, so we got in the car. He took me to the emergency room. I got to the emergency room, and it kind of stopped. So you know how they are in the emergency room, if ain't nothing going on with you, then they like, well, we'll think about discharging you or something like that. But the good thing about it is I got to the back with the nurse, and as I was back there at the nurse, I started coughing again, and I started coughing up the blood, and so they kind of started doing a lot of work on me, and stuff, and they ended up admitting me. They ended up admitting me in the hospital, and y'all, they kept me in that hospital for a week, and I was just I didn't know what to do. I was very scared. They couldn't figure out, like, they were running tests on me daily. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I mean, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and it was scaring me. And I just thought, like, okay, what's going on here, God? Like, I don't like this situation. So they kept going and they kept going, and then finally they had to do a biopsy on me, and they went down my throat, um, and they found a blood clot on my lungs. Now, listen to me when I say this, guys. Like, I was exercising, so I was working out, walking, trying to eat better, and everything. And I'm sitting here with a blood clot on my lungs and had no idea. No idea. And that was most definitely a come to Jesus moment for me, because I was really scared. Very, very scared. And I'm so glad that they found that blood clot. They found it. They were able to. They still couldn't. The crazy thing about it is they couldn't figure out how it got there. But God renamed it. He brought me through my growth through. Y'all hear what I'm saying? God brought me through my growth through with that particular situation. And when I tell you, I was so excited, I was so happy. Even my husband told me he was scared. Like that was the longest I had ever been in the hospital. The longest I had ever been in the hospital. So what I want you to really understand, ladies, is that, or I'm sorry, queens, is that you know something to try and take you out. Okay, but God stepped in and He renamed it, so it wasn't a blood clot, and it disappeared. And to this day, they still don't know what happened, and that's fine. And it hasn't come back, and I'm thankful that you know what I'm saying, that I was I was delivered from that. Thank you, love. So please just understand, as long as God is at the forefront, He got you. He got you. And what I want y'all to say this to yourself: declare, I am not my trauma. I want y'all to say this right now: I am not my trauma. I am not my past. I am not what happened to me. Say that to yourself. We got to speak positivity into our spirit, into our life. We forget that the words that we say to ourselves can condemn us. You can make those things happen saying those things to yourself. So I want you today, I want you to say, I am not my trauma. I am not my past. I am not what happened to me. That's what I most definitely want you to start saying to yourself. Say those things to yourself and say positive things to yourself. Feed yourself with positivity. Remove negative people if you have to. And be okay with removing those people out of your life. Be okay. See, that's some of the problem, queens. We act like we scared to tell somebody that, okay, I can't kick it with you no more. We can't do this no more. Like we outgrowing each other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's why my circle is so small. Remember the story I told you about with my mom? And how her circle was so small? I learned to have my circle so small. I need some water. That's why my circle is so small. I keep my circle small. And I advise you to keep your circle small because everybody don't need to know your business anyway. And some things you shouldn't tell them at all. I'm just being honest. Because that's how people, get opinions of you. You know what I'm saying? Off of what you're having to deal with in your life. Excuse me. So once again, say that to yourself. Put it up on a mirror, wherever. Just say, I am not my trauma. I am not my past. And I am not what happened to me. All right? All right. So let's move on. This is the good one. So I really want you to listen to this one. Shame is a liar. You know how you say the devil is a liar? Shame. Shame is a liar. Truth is your weapon. Did y'all hear what I said? Two powerful words. Two powerful words. Shame is a liar, and truth is your weapon. We have got to stop being ashamed of certain things in our lives. We need to stop being ashamed of how we grew up. We need to stop being ashamed of how we were taught. We need to stop being ashamed of things that have happened to us. Stop. At some point, we, as we get older, we have to stop. We have to stop that, and then just start telling the truth about it. Start telling the truth about it. Putting it out there. Like sometimes, do you know putting something in the atmosphere really helps you? Like speaking it out there and saying, okay, this happened to me, but I am not what happened to me. When we said that earlier, I'm not what happened to me. You have to say again and put it out there in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there. So we gotta scream it out sometimes. Like, I don't know if y'all were here, but in the day one, I talked about molestation and how I was molested by a family member. But it wasn't until I put it out there and I decided that I was ready to heal is when I healed. I had to stop being, like it says, shame is a liar. I was ashamed. So at this point, I decided I didn't want to be ashamed anymore. And that's when the truth was my weapon. Me telling my truth and speaking my truth. And so you got to remember, you're gonna be put in a situation that's gonna bother you and it's gonna make you uncomfortable. So you have to be prepared to be uncomfortable when you are trying to heal from something that's a lie, and that you're telling yourself that it's a lie. You have to be ready for that uncomfortability, and that's where a lot of people falter. But I'm here to tell you, let's get uncomfortable. Let's get uncomfortable about those things that are, as the old folks saying, ailing us. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you gotta be okay, because that's the only way you're gonna heal. So understand that the truth is your weapon. Telling the truth is your weapon. Okay? So remember that. Shame thrives in silence. The truth breaks change. Ew. Shame thrives in silence, but the truth breaks chains. See, that's why it's not good to be silent about something that you're growing through in life, because the shame thrives. It festers inside of you, and it makes you react and do things that you know are out of character. It will make you do things that you normally would not do. Let me give you a story. So I have been in situations where I have done things that I was not uh, happy about, and because I was ashamed and I was staying silent about it, it had me doing things that I thought I would never do. So at the end of the day, when you sit up here, stop saying that you won't do something. Stop saying that you won't do something, because I was married before this marriage that I'm in now. I was married in the first marriage, and I allowed a lot of things to happen that I had said to myself that I would not let that happen. That he ain't gonna do this. Yeah, that's what my mouth said. That's what my mouth said. But see, what your mouth say and what you're doing are two different things. So I allowed some things that happened to me. I allowed some cheating. I allowed cheating. And that was on me, because I allowed it. See, we have to take responsibility when we allow something to happen. Because see, you can't go finger pointing and blaming somebody when you allowed it to happen. Are they wrong for what they did to you? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you allow them to continuously keep doing it to you, you're at fault too. So see, sometimes we don't want to take responsibility for our part that we played in it. We want to go pointing fingers. No, point a finger right back at yourself when you allowed something to happen. So I had to point a finger back at myself and understand, hey Mo, you let that go on now. You fussed and fight and argued with this cat, and The late nights, the going out partying, the coming in the morning. See, like I'm being transparent with y'all, like because I've grown through that particular marriage. I grew through what you know from my first marriage. I grew through a lot of that, and I can talk comfortably about it now, and that's that healing part. So excuse me. So I allowed that. You're gonna get another sip. So the truth breaks chains is the second part of that. So when I started to live in my truth and understood that I played a part in some of the things that I had to grow through, that's when I started healing. See, Queens and Kings, we gotta stop that. We gotta stop acting like the person who did something to us, it was only their fault. Because it also becomes your fault when you allow it. Sometimes you just have to cut it off and see that's the hard part for us. We have a hard time just cutting it off. We just want to give them a chance. We just want to see if it's gonna change. And I'm for that. I'm not saying that that can't happen. I'm just saying, but if it's a repetition and it keeps happening and you keep allowing it at sometime, you have to take fault. You have to be like, okay, I allowed some of this, and now it's not my fault, and what he did is wrong. So that's really how you have to look at that. Take accountability, Queens. You got to take accountability. Let's confront the inner critic and lies we've believed. Ew. Let's confront the inner critic and the lies that we believe. Again, there's that word lies. Confront. The stuff that we believed. We got to stop believing the lies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Stop believing the lies. We got to stop believing the lies. Because people will sit right there and lie to your face. And you know that that's a bunch of crap. We have to stop believing stuff that we know is not right. I can't get no plainer than that. We got to stop believing that. We know it's a lie. We know it is a lie from the pits. But we would sit there, but you know what? It'd be that one word that make you think it's the truth. No, it's not. Call a spade, as they say. A spade is a spade, a diamond is a diamond. A heart is a heart. Okay? So we have to stop, we have to stop saying that. We have to confront that inner spirit, or as it says, the inner critic that's making us believe the lie. Like we have to stop the here it is, manipulate. We have to stop allowing people to manipulate us. Stop allowing people when you know it's wrong, queens and kings, it's wrong. Wrong is wrong and right is right. People be trying to make it an in between, but there is no in between. Wrong is wrong and right is right. So we have to confront that and stop allowing people to lie to us right in our face, and then we don't call them out on it. So understand it, confront the inner critic and the lies we believe. I've had to most definitely do that as well. I've been told so many lies. It's crazy, but I believe the lies. So we gotta do better in that area. I want you to say this to yourself. Say, I am not blank. I am blank. So what is it that you are not, but you are? I am not ugly. I am beautiful. I'm saying that to myself because I have never felt like pretty, y'all. Like, even when I was at my best, and the body was banging, in high school, I was an athlete, muscular. I still struggle with the fact of being, I thought I was not pretty, but I'm beautiful. I'm not ugly. I am beautiful. So what somebody share with me in the chat. I am not blank. I am blank. So mine is I am not ugly. I am beautiful. So share with me in the chat. Share with me in the chat something that y'all are struggling with. And I want you to put it out there in the atmosphere. Say it aloud. Say it out loud. Because like I told you, sometimes saying something out loud, it helps putting it out there. And that's why I've gotten to where I am right now. I am not stupid. I am smart. Yes, you are. Yes, Carolyn. Excuse me. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You have to put those things out there in the atmosphere. You have to say that to yourself. You have to speak positivity. I'm gonna keep telling y'all this. You have to put it out there. I am not friendless. I am a great friend. Yes, yes. There we go. Whatever it has been pondering you and hurting you, this is the time to say, I am not, I am. And I want y'all to try and say that every day to yourself. Whenever you have a moment, say it to yourself. Say it. Like I say it to myself. I say, I am not ugly. I am beautiful, baby. All of this. All of it. And you know what? I'm starting to I feel better. I feel better now. I know that I'm not ugly. I know that I'm beautiful. I'm just a different kind of beautiful. I am not an option. I am priority. Yes, honey. Yes. I am not weak. I am strong. Yes. There we go, Queens. I love that. Yes. You have to say that. Whatever it is that you are dealing with right now that is hindering you and hurting you, I want you to put that affirmation up somewhere in that house where you see it daily. And I want you to say that to yourself. And after a while, won't nobody be able to hurt you with that particular situation. You won't be hurt anymore. Nobody can hurt you. I love that. Thank y'all so much for sharing, because that's what this is about, the 7-day challenge. It's about breaking some chains. Okay? And now we winded it up. My next point is you have permission to reintroduce yourself. You have permission to reintroduce yourself. Now that is plain and simple, Queens. Plain and simple. You do not need anyone's permission to walk boldly in your healing. You don't need nobody's permission when it comes down to your healing. So reintroduce yourself. That's what I've been doing. Let people see the real you. See, I had to dig deep and find her again because I had lost her. This is me, Queens and Kings. I know that y'all are used to seeing me laughing and pointing a finger, and all that stuff. But this is what I know that I was destined to do. I was destined, most definitely, because I have been told that I am real, raw, and relatable. And I have stuck with that since I heard it. They say you are the realest, the rawest, and the relatedest person I've ever met. Like, you are transparent. You don't mind putting it out there. And I don't. I don't, because as I stated, there's healing in that. And I know everybody can't be like me. I know everybody can't be like me. Like I said in the beginning, we are all different. We all have, skill sets that we are good at that someone else is not good at. And I've always been good at this. I've always been told, Mo, like, man, like you always have a powerful word, or whenever I'm calling you and I'm having a moment, it seems like you always know what to say. Hey, for one, I'm led by God. That's one thing. I'm just led. So whenever someone I'm dealing with somebody, and they need some type of help, I try my best to help. Excuse me. I try my best to help with whatever I can. And if I can't help you, I'm gonna try and find somebody who can. That's just how I am. So just remember, you do not need anyone's permission to walk boldly in your healing. We need to stop asking people for permission when it comes down to something that's about us. Who I need the permission for healing? I'm gonna heal when I need to heal. Nobody can't tell me when to heal. Nobody can show me. People can't show you how to heal. But when it comes down to your internal healing, that's all up to you. That's all up to you. You got to be the one to be ready for that. The healed version of you is not a stranger. She's the real you. That's good. The healed version of you is not a stranger. She's the real you. She just been buried. You've allowed the world, people, places, and things to bury her. And so now it's time for her to resurface. Now it's time for you to reintroduce yourself and show people the real you. And again, like I told you, that's what I'm doing. I'm reintroducing myself. I'm showing people this is the real me. This is the me that makes me happy. Like real talk, this is the me that makes me happy. I like what I do. And I feel like when you like what you do, you're a happier person versus just doing because you have to do. You know what I'm saying? So be happy with what you're doing. And if you are not happy with what you are doing right now, Queens, then change it. You are in charge of your happiness, remember? You are in charge of your healing. Find the real you, Queens. Find the real you. Not this fake fabricated person that you want everybody to see. I need you to find the queen that you really are. And that's what's going to make you happy. Ain't nothing else going to make you happy. That's the only thing that's going to make you happy. Most definitely. So I'm getting ready to wrap up a little bit here. And I hope y'all are really enjoying this because I enjoy doing it. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm about to say to you. I am the healed version of me. She's bold. She's free. And she wears her crown like it was made for her because it was. Okay. Y'all let me say that again? Let me say that again. Let me say it again. That's almost like some poetry, you know? I am I am the healed version of me. I am the healed version of me. She is bold. She is free. And she wears her crown like it was made for her because it was. Man, I need if y'all didn't get that, I need y'all to get that. All right? I really need y'all to get that. Most definitely get that. Because you are. You are most definitely a queen. And you need to wear your crown. Let me tell you something. This is just the beginning of Heavy is the Crown that takes you deeper into the journey. Heavy is the Crown is a book that I wrote, and it is about my life story. It's this book right here. Can y'all see that? It's this book right here. and it's about my life story. It tells a whole lot about me. It tells a lot about my struggles. Man, it goes deep. And I've had quite a few people purchase the book. And, if y'all are interested in purchasing the book, you can go to MoniqueBurks.com. That's MoniqueBurks.com. And you can purchase a copy of the book. I would greatly appreciate it. Believe me, it is a page turner. I'm not just saying that. I have been told that on many people have told me that. So that book is my life. I just lay it on the line. So I just want y'all to let go of this stuff. Let go of the shame. Let go of the lies. You know what I'm saying? You don't need permission. You don't need no justification, clarification when it comes down to you, queens. When it comes down to you. The only person that you need is you. The only person you need is you, and you wanting to, make things better. So, number one, you are not what happened to you. Remember that. You're not what happened to you. Number two, what happened to you is not you is not who you are. What happened to you is not who you are. And number three, shame is a liar. The truth is your weapon. And the very last one, you have permission to reintroduce yourself. You have permission to reintroduce yourself. My queens, I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I'm in the Q&A part of, you know, this wonderful day 2 of the 7-day challenge. If there are any questions that you guys would like to ask, if there are any things that, if you want to tell me about how you like this 7-day challenge, please put it in the comments. Please put it in the comments. Thanks for sharing the session tonight. I'm signing out. Bless you, queen. Okay, Miss Denise. You, my queen, are awesome. Love this group. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all are so cool. Is it the bottom? Where can I get the book? Yes, Miss Shelly, you can get the book at, my website is MoniqueBurks.com. It's just my name, MONIQUE, Burks, BURKS.com. And you can purchase the book from there. And I will sign and send you an email copy, queen. Sign and send you an email copy. Email copy. I will sign and mail you a copy. I apologize for that. Yes, that's where you can get it from, MoniqueBurks.com. You can even Google me. I tell people all the time, just Google me. You'll find all of that information if you Google me. You Google Monique Burks, Queen Burks, any of that. But if you want to purchase the book, it'll be MoniqueBurks.com. MoniqueBurks.com. And so, man, queens, dope. The link, please. Queen, I am trying to figure out. I was trying to respond to y'all in here, but it is not being nice to me right now. I'm trying to. It's not allowing me to. Let me see. Here we go. Let me see if I can get it right here. Sometimes I'm technically challenged, so y'all have to excuse me. I'm getting better. Yeah, that's it right there. So if you go to my website, you should be able to purchase the book, and I will get that signed and sent to you ASAP. But Queens, we're winding down, and the video is about to end. So I want to thank y'all so much. I will be posting day 3 in here. Day 3 will be Saturday. I'm sorry, day 3 will be Friday, and I will be posting it in the group to let you know. Invite some friends. Invite some friends out. Um, you know, if anybody who you feel like that would benefit from this, please by all means invite them out. Invite them out. Let them know a little bit of what you learned. Um, these videos they'll stay in here, so they will be in here, and you guys can always go back and look at them again. That's the good thing about this. And I am not defeated. I am a conqueror. Yes, you are. I was looking at some of the comments. Okay, you got the link. Okay, you got it read. Okay. All right, awesome. Queens, thank y'all so much. Like, thank y'all for coming in here and supporting me. Thank you for allowing me to pour into you. I love doing what I do, and I want to reach the masses. I want to get back on the main stage where I used to be before I got sick. Um, I just want to get back to speaking because we're living in a world right now, guys, that it's scary, and we need a comforting place to go. We need a place to go where we feel like we can say what we need to say and not um, somebody patronizing us or making us feel bad, or just allowing us to be who we are. I'm letting you know that this is a safe place for you. And if anybody try and come for you, just know the queen don't play that. Because then they'll get to see Mo. Okay? They won't get to see Queen Burks and Monique. They'll get to see Mo. But hey, queens, y'all have a great night. Love you, queen. You are so welcome, Red. Thank you so much for coming in, beautiful. I appreciate you so much. Um, like I said, day 3 of the 7-day challenge is Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be putting the event in here. Again, if you know of some queens who you think that would benefit for this, invite them out. Invite them out. Thank y'all again. Love you. Have a great night.